Hey there, Virgo. Welcome to your reading for the week of July 22nd. This week, we are going to jump right in here. You have the Sagittarius card. It says, you are ready to expand. I'm losing my voice, and move forward to your next lucky break. You have a strategy card. It says, play, scheme, strategize your future, and take the next right action in your life. So, I don't know. I keep seeing those two cards as almost exactly the same. So you are clearly expanding, and the Chariot would also say that you are focused on expansion. He is leaving the city behind him behind, as I always say, and that's really, I think people think like, oh, Chariot, victory, winning, as above so below, things like that, but really the Chariot kind of represents leaving something behind so that you can have a victory or grow or expand or do whatever you can. And he's being inspired by the universe. These two sphinxes at the front of the card, they represent mysteries of the universe, but they are also not attached. There are no reins attaching them to the Chariot. And so it kind of represents the fact that he is trusting that the universe is going to lead him in the right direction. And he is trusting that because he is in alignment. He has these stars in his canopy, these moons on his shoulders, and, it kind of represents as above, so below. And so he is in perfect alignment with what he wants and desires. And because of that, he gets it. So I feel that, practicing alignment, that could be part of your strategy. That card says strategize on it, plan, scheme, strategize. And so I think doing that will help you get what you want at this time. I also feel moving, and I'm pretty sure that I've been saying moving to you for a few weeks now. I think that some of you are thinking about moving. You have the Two of Wands right next to it. And the Two of Wands, he's standing where he is, so it's kind of like saying you are living where you are, of course, but he has the whole world in his hands. So for those of you that want to move, I definitely feel that a move, it just seems like potential to me. It's like the reading isn't saying you have to move, it's just saying you could if you wanted to. So there you go. You have the Strength card. I feel like you've been patiently waiting for kind of like changes to enter into your life. I do feel these are financial changes that you have been hoping for, mostly because we're on camera. We go from the Hermit up through the Lovers to that King of Pentacles. The Lovers is kind of a card of having a choice to make, and it can represent love. We'll talk about it in a minute, but really the Lovers was traditionally a card of being at a crossroads and having a choice to make. So I feel like you're trying to make the right choice for your finances, and this could have to do with a move as well. So you might be thinking to yourself like, oh, if I move, am I gonna make more money? Is it gonna be easier? Is it gonna whatever, right? You could be having all these types of thoughts, and which is probably a good thing because that card says plan on it. So I think you should be planning your finances if you're like making a move, or maybe you're thinking about getting another job, and you could be saying to yourself like, is it gonna pay me enough? Is it gonna lead to the most success or growth or what? And so I think you have a lot of questions in this first row. The Hermit, this is just you showing up as yourself. So whenever you show up as yourself, it really puts you in a position of power and strength, allows you to get what you want from a reading. So I do feel there could be a lot of success coming in for you here. But let's see what we have for you. With the Chariot, you have the Knight of Pentacles. It's like a move that you've been thinking about making. The Knight of Pentacles, he's the only knight in the tarot that isn't moving. So I feel for a lot of you, maybe you've been playing it too safe, or you've been being too cautious. Especially in work or business, I kind of feel it's saying, the Knight of Pentacles is saying to you that now would be a great time to take some bigger risks, to put yourself out there more, or to try to do something to put yourself out there more. So I think risk would be a good idea with the Knight of Pentacles. With the Strength card, you have the Five of Pentacles, but maybe you're worried about your finances, right? The Five of Pentacles is a card of feeling left out in the cold, or, kind of like lack mentality. The Five of Pentacles literally says, do not focus on your weaknesses, double down on your strengths. And you have the Strength card right here. So I feel that I always say that the fives in the tarot have very easy solutions, and you have the Five of Pentacles twice. The Five of Pentacles just says, double down on your strengths, and that will help you, make more money, or it will help you be more successful. And really, again, that's it. That's all I would focus on. With the Hermit, you have the Magician. The Magician is about manifesting something in reality. So I feel for a lot of you, this is saying that it's time for you to kind of practice manifestation. I would actually change the word to alignment. I think with the Chariot and the Magician, these two cards are saying make sure that you're matching the energy of what you want. And again, as I always say, even if manifestation isn't real, which I think it is, but I totally understand, people who don't believe in it because it's like it just seems impossible, right? But even if it isn't real, I think it's always a good idea to, think more positively, to be in alignment and all those other things, right? Even if it doesn't work, right? So I think that really focusing on what you want is going to be a good exercise for you. Next, for in the area of what's coming in for you, you have the Seahorse. It says composure, serenity, and fatherhood. You have this Minotaur. It says conflict, puzzle solving, and solar energy. So you have the Ten of Swords, the Five of Pentacles, and the Devil at the end. The Devil is showing up in the good stuff. So, it kind of gives me the vibes that you are escaping from something that is toxic. But you do have the Ten of Swords in this row. And the Ten of Swords can say something is dead, done, over with. It can also represent being stabbed in the back or, kind of like being a victim to something. And so I feel like you need to maintain your composure with the Seahorse card. And we're actually going to start with the Ten of Swords. So again, if someone has stabbed you in the back or something like that, the Ten of Swords can represent a blessing in disguise. So he's making this symbol right here with his hand, and it's the same symbol that the Hierophant is making. So it kind of says that something that you've dealt with or if someone's done you dirty or whatever, it could be in work or business or love, doesn't matter, that this is actually a blessing and not a bad thing. So again, I kind of feel like some of you have dealt with something like a personal conflict with a person recently, and I feel like this is saying, well, actually, even though it seems bad on the surface, and maybe it was, I feel like soon enough you're going to see that this falling out or something that's happened to you is a blessing. You have the Lovers and the Two of Wands. So this is the area of what's coming in for you, and there could be a person who's coming in for you. Could be another Earth sign. You have Taurus and Capricorn showing up here. You also have Cancer, Virgo, Aquarius, Leo, so it could be any sign. But what I would say here is that there could be love coming into your life, and I feel like it will be a very dreamy connection. There's a dreamy element to it because you have the Seven of Cups right next to it, but I do feel that it will be a good connection if you want it. Could be long distance as well because you have the Two of Wands here. So if you want love, I would say go for it, but also, I always tell people that, especially right now, and I've been saying this for years, because Neptune has been in Pisces for years, and the problem with Neptune and Pisces and long distance relationships is that the fantasy becomes like much more attractive than the reality. And so I always tell people, especially right now, if you're going to get into something long distance, there needs to be some sort of rule. Like we meet in 60 days, and if that doesn't happen, then you need to end it because you will waste a crap ton of time during Neptune and Pisces on a long distance relationship if there is no reality. So again, I would warn you with this connection, to ground it in reality. The Two of Wands needs to get out into the world right here. And this goes for your dreams as well. Like, again, if you're just basically mentally masturbating to a dream all day long, something that you want to manifest here on Earth, and you're not actually taking the steps to ground it in reality, then, the Two of Wands says you really need to do something to step out into the world. The Two of Wands, he's standing in his comfort zone, but again, he has the whole world in his hands. He can literally manifest whatever he wants, but he has to take the actions necessary to do it. And that's what I feel here in this row. It's like saying, don't let a dream die, with the Ten of Swords. With the Two of Wands, you have the Lovers. Again, could be love. The Lovers in the Two of Wands can represent a choice that you have to make. So, and this does not necessarily have to be a love choice. It can just say the choice to manifest your dream here on Earth or something that you're trying to create. With the Lovers, you have the Queen of Swords. I feel like you're very clear on a situation. It's like you're cautiously optimistic. She has her sword up, but her hand out normally. And it kind of says that she's willing to receive, but she's also, kind of willing to chop someone's head off if they don't meet the standard. And so I feel for some of you, you're in this cautiously optimistic place. Again, you do go to this King of Pentacles. So if this is a person, the King of Pentacles is usually very stable, hardworking, successful. I like the King of Pentacles in love as well because usually it's a person who really wants to put in the work. So, I think this would be worth it. With the Ten of Swords, can't make this up. You have the Devil right here. So I feel like you're finally ending something toxic that happened to you in your past. So, and again, this does not have to be love. Take it how it resonates. This could be a work situation. It could have been something that affected your pentacles as well. And I feel like I've been saying this to you as well, Virgo, for a couple of weeks now. It's almost like the feeling I get here is that you had a situation. I'm pretty sure I've said this to you before. It's like if I picture you in my head, it's like a situation that made you shrink in on yourself, and made you kind of like pull into your center and become the hermit. You are the hermit card, and so it like sent you into hermit mode, like introspective mode or dark night of the soul. And it's like I really feel your readings for the past few weeks have been saying it's time to burst out. It's time to not be small. Like I feel like it's time for you to be big. There you go. You have in the area of messages from your future self, you have this mouse card and this elephant. And so the mouse kind of represents paying attention to the small details. It also represents slow and steady progress. Mice chew through walls very slowly, but eventually they get their goal. And so I feel for a lot of you, this is about, continued work. The elephant, of course, is the destroyer of obstacles. The elephant is a very lucky symbol in this deck as well. So I feel like there could be a lot more luck and forward movement coming in for you as well. In this deck in particular, I have a bunch of animal decks, but this one, the elephant represents luck. So I do feel that there could be like new financial luck coming in for you. The King of Pentacles is a symbol of wealth and prosperity. And I feel a lot of you are more focused on your wealth and prosperity. Like looking at your chart, I can see how you're moving away from love and moving more towards wealth and prosperity. Again, that does not mean you won't have love in your life. It just means that I think your focus is moving towards wealth. So I think that you are looking for long-term wealth prospects. You're looking to build better finances. I feel like you're looking to make more progress in your life as well. I also feel that you are kind of more focused on developing your skills. He has these grapes on his cloak, and the grapes in the tarot, they represent having a specific skill. They represent having something, a skill that makes you special, or having a skill that can increase your wealth or your abundance, and that's what I feel like you're focusing on here. You have the Seven of Cups. I kind of feel good about this, actually. I kind of go back and forth on the Seven of Cups. I don't ever really look at it as a bad card, but I look at it as just dreaming, needing to bring something down to earth. But I kind of feel that you actually are expanding your options. I think, and if you're learning a new skill with that King of Pentacles, like if you're getting a certification or if you're taking a class or something, these skills really could expand your options greatly. They could really increase your ability to increase your wealth. So again, I think it's a great time for learning, especially for you earth signs. We had a bunch of energy in Capricorn. Pluto is retrograding back into Capricorn. It goes to, Pluto will be at 0 degrees, right on the cusp on the 17th. So today is the 16th. So tomorrow, Pluto will officially be on the cusp. And then, just very, very slowly moving back into Capricorn. And we had Saturn in Capricorn back in 2016. And so again, Saturn's going to come back in 20 something years, whatever it is. I don't know. I can't do math, right? I failed math my whole life. So whatever it is, when Capricorn comes back, Capricorn's going to say, did you actually learn something over the last 30 years, or are you exactly the same? So it doesn't matter what you learn. You can learn how to knit. I don't care. I would learn something because you will get the rewards in 20 something years, or it won't even take that long. You'll get the rewards right now. You have the Five of Pentacles. Again, I feel like this is something that needs to be buried, is what I feel. I feel like you need to bury this, How? I have no clue. Maybe you need to do a cord cutting. Maybe you need to write a letter and burn it to, a person who hurt you or a situation that hurt you. Again, I don't even think this is love for all of you. I think that that could be part of it, but, it could be a work situation or something that didn't work out, or it could be a person who yelled at you and made you shrivel up, right? And I feel that that cord cutting is what will help you expand. So there's a million ways to do it, 1.5 billion free videos on how to do it on YouTube. I would learn. With the King of Pentacles, you have the Five of Swords. I definitely see you taking more financial risk. The Five of Swords can represent separation, but really, to me, it is a card of risk-taking and doing something that is a risk, but if you take the risk, you will be successful. So I would take the risk. Yes, with the Seven of Cups, I feel like you're being guided. I feel like you're getting messages on what your right next steps are, and I feel you need to stop doubting it. It's kind of funny that it's popping into my head that maybe you think about a project you want to work on. You look at the clock, you see 11:11, and you're like, oh no, that's too coincidental. And so it's almost like you keep asking the universe for more signs, and I feel like the universe is like, what do we need to write it down on a piece of paper for you? It's like the signs are there. You keep getting the sign, symbols, synchronicities, and the universe is just tapping its foot, being like how many more times do we have to put 11:11 on the clock? With the Five of Pentacles, you have the Nine of Pentacles. Really good. Nine of Pentacles is about valuing yourself. The Five of Pentacles is like two people, and it's like getting your value from other people. Needing to, the Five of Pentacles, the solution is realizing that you are strong and then doubling down on your strengths. The card literally says, do not call attention to your weaknesses. The Nine of Pentacles is like total wealth. The Nine of Pentacles can even represent heaven on earth, creating something really great for yourself. But the Nine of Pentacles is independent. So I feel that you need to work on your vision of yourself with the Nine of Pentacles and focus on it, because that will lead to abundance. Next, in the area of the good stuff, you have this White Raven Spirit. It says trust in magic. You have this Beaver. It says lay a solid foundation. So I feel you are kind of focused with the King of Pentacles. He is foundational. So he represents setting a foundation, building upon it. And you definitely could be doing that. I definitely feel that you need to focus on magic. You have the Magician and the Chariot. Both kind of represent magical thinking, or needing to believe that the impossible can happen for you. You have the Ten of Wands, the Eight of Swords, and the Devil. The Ten of Wands is carrying a heavy burden. The Ten of Wands really represents needing to release a burden so that you can be set free. The good news is it's coming up in the good stuff. So I feel like you are getting to the end of a long journey and you're about to reach your home here. The point of this card is that he is about to have a harvest. He is about to have something good come into his life. And, I definitely feel that for you with the Ten of Wands. You have the Eight of Swords. I kind of get a message of other people. The Eight of Swords can represent self-imposed restriction, only seeing one way of doing things when there are many ways to do things. So I kind of feel like you need to be open to all the ways there are of doing anything that you want to do in your life. And that's really kind of what I would pay attention to with the Eight of Swords. You have the Devil. The Devil can, of course, represent toxic energy or a toxic, being bound to something toxic. The good news is that it's coming up in the good stuff. So I feel like you are removing something from your life that is kind of like sucking the life force away from you. The devil is an energy vampire. So whatever made you feel small, I feel whatever that situation was, what has probably been a drain on your energy, and removing it is going to be the thing. Doing a cord cutting, doing something will remove it from your life. Here you go. With the Ten of Wands, you have the Three of Cups. Other people want to help you. The Three of Cups is a card of your community. It's a card of getting the help of other people. It's also a card of celebrating a harvest. So I feel a lot of you are going to be celebrating your Ten of Wands harvest. But like I said with that Eight of Swords, I was getting this feeling of like people coming in and like really assisting you. But I feel like it's like the right people. The right people are coming in for you. The right people are guiding you at this time. With the Eight of Swords, you have the Eight of Swords. So basically the universe saying I meant what I said, and you need to kind of broaden your horizons, open up to other solutions. It's coming up in the good stuff. So I feel like you are setting yourself free. But, again, the solution to the Eight of Swords is to realize that there's more than one way to do pretty much everything. And if you're stuck, just open up to other ways. With the Devil, you have the Six of Wands. Yeah, the Six of Wands kind of says you have conquered the devil. The Six of Wands, the guy on the card, he has been to war, and now he's coming back from war, and he's being celebrated. So I feel for a lot of you that you are being celebrated at this time. You have this teardrops card. It says great personal sorrow. I would release this. I think this is a much more positive reading, even though there's some dark elements to the reading. It's like you are burying those dark elements in the reading itself. So I feel like there's no reason to worry about this. You have this card that says forces working against you. Maybe this is what happened. Again, it's almost like someone tried to take you down. Someone tried to dim your light, and now you're burying it or cutting the cords and moving past it. You have this bird flying. It says news is on the way. So I feel like you could be getting positive news or receiving positive news in some area of your life. I feel like this is something that's going to cause growth and happiness. You have two cards here. You have this pig. It says beware of greed. You also have this camel. It says persevere and you will overcome your problems. Yeah, just keep going. I feel like really you're like going in the right direction. You are doing the things necessary to grow, clearly. I feel like you're making the right choices. The last row really tells me this with the Eight of Swords. Like you're setting yourself free from the things that have held you back. You have this dolphin. It says financial gain, usually coming from something you did in the past. So definitely we see an increase in your finances with the Nine of Pentacles. It's like, I think you're getting help from other people, but it is more independent. It's like whatever it is like if other people are helping you, they're helping lift you up, and that's what I feel is going on here. And you also have this career card. So a lot of you are going to be seeing growth and abundance and increase through the work that you're doing in your career or whatever you do to make money. But pretty interesting reading here, Virgo. So thank you for being here and definitely enjoy your week.